Good morning. Fun fact, I'm still getting used to this camera, and I just recorded about 10 minutes of talking for you guys and then accidentally deleted it. So much fun. That's how this Sunday is going. Also, my dog is freaking out at something. I have no idea what it is. I decided today we would do kind of like a spend the day with me situation. Today I'm going to be doing meal prep, workout, washing hair, cleaning the house, just a whole bunch of stuff. So I thought I would take you guys with me. I just filmed a whole little video of me making my pre-workout snack and my pre-workout breakfast, and that's all gone now. So my pre-workout breakfast. For my pre-workout stuff, I've been using the raw essential pre-workout. Definitely like this. This is the white cherry flavor. I also have peach mango, which is really good. And I've also been trying the Transparent Labs creatine. I've only been taking this for maybe 2 weeks now, and I'm microdosing. So I don't know if I can really give an opinion yet. I take, so if you can see that, it's like not even a quarter of a scoop. I have polycystic kidney disease, so I have to be a little bit careful with taking stuff like that. I do go get labs done every 6 months. So my plan is to just microdose right now, see how that affects my lab test or my lab results. If it looks okay, maybe I'll bump it up a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to get the full benefit out of it by just taking 1 to 2 grams instead of the full 5 grams. I don't know, but I do have to be aware of my health situation as well. I'm going to go eat because I'm starving. I'm going to go do my workout. Since today is Sunday, I didn't do anything yesterday. So today will be kind of like all of my exercises that I don't get to do in my 4 structured days. I just kind of jumbled them all together into this day. It's typically an upper body day, but I do have some couple lower body exercises in there. So we're going to do that. I'm going to do my hair. I'm going to do meal prep. I'll show you guys some of my recipes because I do prep for me and Jay. So I'm prepping for 2 people. So I'll kind of talk you guys through how I plan and manage that. Is it pretty? Good boy, you're so cute. I know I said I was going to go eat and do my workout, but I've been watching YouTube while I do my pre-workout ritual, if you will. I have been obsessed with Australian fitness influencers lately. So this is Millie Marshall. She is gorgeous, amazing body. Her back is incredible. So, and she just got a new apartment that like overlooks the ocean. And when I tell you, everything about this girl is just goals for me. And they're always so tan. They have the most beautiful tans. So Millie Marshall is one that I've been watching. Olivia May is another one. Olivia May is more of like a sprinting athlete, I believe. She's such an incredible athlete. And I love watching her workout. She does a little bit more like CrossFit style training. She has a lot of good recipe ideas. Go check out the Australian influencers on YouTube. Life-changing. So one thing that a lot of influencers don't do, which drives me crazy, is they never show you what they do to warm up. And warm-ups are so important. And I struggled. I found myself just digging through videos and videos and videos. And anytime I found somebody who showed their warm-up, I would try to record it somehow or pictures so that I could figure out how to incorporate warm-ups into my routines. But warm-ups were just really hard for me. And in this video, she is going through her full upper body warm-up. So I'm going to link her video for you guys because I just go watch her. I can't tell you guys how amazing her back looks.
Your hips holding for 1, 2. Nice and slow on that negative, powerful.
I just finished my workout. I'm gonna show you guys my post-workout. I just grabbed the same tumbler and use that to make my post-workout drink. So we're gonna do 20 ounces of water for this one. All right, got our 20 ounces. I don't know, do you guys want to see what's in my fridge? Maybe it could help you to see what my fridge looks like and what kind of stuff we eat on a regular basis, trying to be somewhat healthy. Tucked away over here, we have the avocado mayo. I really only use that if I'm making tuna. We have my Wickles relish. Love that stuff. Okay, this stuff right here is a must. We use this in a lot of meals. You can see it's 50 calories and 2 tablespoons. This is really, really good if you're doing a ground chicken or ground turkey with some rice and broccoli or whatever vegetables, and it just gives it like a nice little pop of flavor. The Chobani coffee creamers, which are for Jay, I use these, which are a little bit less sugar, and then they have the almond and coconut. This stuff is a staple. This stuff is also a really good flavoring. Most of them are like 35 to 45 calories, and that's another one that's good for putting on chicken with rice and vegetables, ground meat with rice and vegetables, like whatever. It's very easy flavoring. Also some barbecue sauce, which again, 50 calories. I think they have some that are even less calories, like 20, 25, I'm not sure. And then these Bolthouse Farm, like Greek yogurt dressings are also a staple that we keep. 50 calories versus like 110 or 120 for regular. We get ranch, the Caesar, and then I also keep this cilantro avocado. This is really good if you're doing like taco style, fajita style meals, anything like that. I usually don't buy these Panda Express sauces. I bought that because Kroger had run out of this one and I was trying to find some seasonings for Jay. Let's see, 10 calories per serving, Primal Kitchen steak sauce. Really anything Primal Kitchen we eat a lot of. That's their ketchup. 10 calories, and the rest of this stuff is like soy sauce, coconut aminos, just stuff that oh yeah, this stuff too. I love that. Pure salsa, lemon juice, my poppies. I keep this jelly for Jay because he loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So we always keep wraps. Jay likes to do a lot of wraps, especially if I'm doing like a ground beef with rice and veggie style. He likes to put that in a wrap with some type of sauce. Cheese, butter, my breakfast sausages. I use these in my breakfast casseroles. This is Maverick's food, more cheese, and then these little chicken packs, which I buy for Jay at Costco for his meals. They're very good because if you don't use them all, you don't end up wasting it. You can leave what you don't use in the fridge. And then these are for Jay's breakfast, so he can just grab and go. My apples and lemons, because I do my honey lemon water in the morning. I like to do apples with like a sandwich sometimes. Maverick's food down there. This is for my meal prep this week. Veggie drawer, cucumbers, bell peppers, lettuce. So a lot of this is meal prep. So I'm going to do like a yogurt slaw. This is ground turkey, chicken for meal prep. I bought these since Jay was out of town. So this is going to be my lunch today. Let's look at the macros on this. So 17 grams of protein, 130 calories per serving. I don't really drink milk. This is like if I'm cooking and the recipe needs it. Cherry juice. And then up here, like my egg whites, Parmesan cheese, that's for the dog. And then Greek yogurt, which I'm gonna grab now because I'm doing this for my breakfast today. Eggs, butter, Maverick's food, and then back there are like pickles and my cottage cheese, if you can see it. So that's really it for our fridge. Yeah, I just like to show what's in our fridge because, again, I want my videos to focus on realistic, how can you incorporate all this healthy stuff into your everyday life. So I wanted to let you guys see like the staples that we keep in our fridge all the time. And I feel like that helps you as opposed to just watching like a meal prep video because you see what people do for those particular meals, but you're not seeing what people keep in their fridge and use on a day-to-day basis. Like all those sauces, we use those a lot to spice up our meals, but I try to still be calorie and sugar conscious so that we're not sneaking in a ton of extra calories. So you definitely, if you're tracking calories, you have to make sure that you're adding those sauces and measuring very carefully, because 2 tablespoons goes faster than you think. So anyways, that's my spiel on that. All right, so my post-workout. So I've got the Transparent Labs Post, which I've been trying. I really, really like this stuff. It's black cherry, tastes really good, and I like it. And my recovery on my Oura Ring, my recovery scores have been fantastic. I don't know if it's attributed to this, but I do take it, so I don't know. Take it for what you will. The other one is their Hydrate. So I mix this with the black or the post-workout. And this is the raspberry lemonade flavor, delicious, especially with that black cherry flavored Post. So I do 1 scoop of the Hydrate, 1 scoop of the Post, and that's with 20 ounces of water. And that's my post-workout drink. So let's get this guy mixed up. I cannot tell you guys how much I love this mixer either. Like, I can link it. I got this on Amazon. It comes with a carrying case. That's the charger. These are like extra attachments, and then the charger cable. I probably won't ever use those extra attachments, but I wanted one that came with the carry case because I travel a lot. So I wanted something that had a case that I could easily take with me when I'm traveling. And the charge on this thing lasts forever. Drink is done. So along with my post-workout drink, I have my high protein, because I do my pre-workout snack, which is the protein English muffin or half of a bagel or whatever with peanut butter, that I need to hit the protein high after my workout. So I usually do this Greek yogurt. Well, I usually do my egg bake during the week, but on the weekends, because I don't prep my egg bake and I usually don't feel like cooking, I'll do yogurt with protein powder. In this, we do about 2/3 to a cup of Greek yogurt, a scoop of the Transparent Labs. I've been using this salted chocolate caramel. Fantastic. And then I add some type of like berry mix. There's one that Costco was carrying that I like a lot more. It had chocolate in it instead of the yogurt chips, but they haven't had it in probably a year. So I had to get this one instead, but I like to have some type of like berry nut mix. So I get some fats, some fruits, and it gives you like texture, because the yogurt itself can just be boring. So that gives you like some chewy, some crunchy texture to add in. So we're probably gonna do a full cup today, because I feel like my protein has been pretty low. And this is a half cup measure that I'm using right now. So what I do, this is just my preference, I take a fork and I just kind of whip it together. So you got to be careful until your powder starts getting absorbed, because it will pop out very easily. But then you just kind of whisk it. And if your yogurt, so this yogurt tends to be a little watery and runny, which makes it easier to whip the protein powder into it. If you have a yogurt that's a little bit thicker and drier, I usually will add some coffee creamer, just like a dab though, not like a full tablespoon, like maybe a teaspoon of coffee creamer. It gives it a little bit of flavor and allows you to more easily mix it up. But that's what you want it to look like right there. Nice and smooth. And then we just dump our berries. A serving size is 3 tablespoons. I don't typically measure these. I just kind of sprinkle around the top. But if you are tracking very carefully, just make sure that you measure, because again, 3 tablespoons is not as much as you would think it is. This is probably a half a cup. And if I had to guess, I would say close to 5 tablespoons. So just make sure you measure. And there you have it, finished product. All right, so my post-workout is done. I'm gonna go sit down with Mavi. I'm gonna eat this, probably watch some more Millie Marshall, to be honest. I don't know why, I just want to live vicariously through her because I wish that I was tan and I wish that I lived in Australia by the beach. So that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go channel our future in Australia on the beach. Obviously, I've showered, washed my hair. This for curly hair, wavy hair girls. If you have seen on TikTok or Instagram people saying to use like a cotton t-shirt to wrap your hair and like let it kind of soak up the water so that you can keep your hair curly, I've never liked that. It's never worked well for me. I have really thick hair. It holds a ton of water and I've just felt like the t-shirt wasn't cutting it. I found these at TJ Maxx for $3. Okay, it is the Nord and Bear on clearance, $3. So I bought 2 of them because why not? Need a backup. They're very thick and it's like a microfiber, but I'm telling you, I just leave my hair in this thing for 2 to 3 hours. It soaks up all the water and then it leaves my natural waves. Like my hair can take the product and keep the waves instead of being weighed down by all the water. So 10 out of 10 recommend. So as I was saying with the hair, I will be leaving this turban on pretty much probably for the next couple hours. So I would say while I'm cleaning the house, probably starting meal prep because I need to get the potatoes in the oven. Those take the longest. So I may keep it on during that. I also have a couple of magnet orders that I need to make because I make personalized magnets. So I need to get that done today as well so that I can mail those off tomorrow. You guys, so I came in here to do meal prep and I totally did not realize that I was getting this package today. I have a trip coming up. I'm going to be traveling to my mom's house for a week and I really want to try and make sure that I stay consistent with my workouts and my routine, my supplements while I'm up there. So I thought what might be a fun video, I found these travel supplement containers that I want to do reviews on. So I thought it could be a fun little video where I go through all of the ones that I ordered and let you guys know how they worked while I was traveling with them. And they just came in today. I really debated if I should open them because I didn't know if I wanted to like show you guys on the video and do a reveal, but I don't know, I think it'd be fun to open them right now. Like I'm impatient, I can't wait. So let's open them up. You'll see what they are and then I'll do like the full review video later after my trip. Oh my gosh, the bag is like already open. Hopefully they're all in here. Thanks, Amazon. Okay. So I ordered several different kinds. There should be like 7 of them in this. Oh my gosh. Okay, what the heck are you doing here? This is why I hate Amazon. I feel like everything you get from them, why? Why does it look like this? Why is it all like half open, banged up? Do better. Amazon, do better. Okay, so I got several different kinds. Ones like this, which are the stack screw ones. So I got those, which already open. What is wrong with you? Maverick apparently thinks something's hurting me. These are advertised as baby formula dispensers. God, this box is a mess. Look at this. What the heck, man? Okay. Baby formula dispensers, but again, they're like the stack and screw. They're actually supposed to have, yeah. So they have like these little, I don't know, weird tops on them. So I thought, again, trying these for protein powder, maybe, we'll see. These, same kind, stacks that like screw in, looks like they come with a zip-up bag. or they came in as a boat bag. I don't know, but I thought this peach color, it's like peach and gray. I thought that was really cute. So these other 4 are a totally different style. These are that format, and the biggest reason that I ordered so many of these is they had all these different tops. So like this one, if you can see, has like a little push top instead of a flip top. Then you've got this guy who has the top that you like pop up. So they're all like similar designs but different tops. This one I thought was really interesting. So the top on this guy, I guess you like twist it. I don't know, it looks weird. And then this is another pop top, but a much larger size and a different brand. So that's what all I got. Like I said, my plan is to use these when I travel and then do a full review for you guys and let you know what I think of all of them and which one I think is the best one to use. I will also include prices and links and all that good stuff in that video. It is about 1:21. Believe it or not, I'm already starting to get hungry, and I just had that yogurt at like 11. So we're probably gonna have to get the potatoes for my breakfast bake in the oven and then get a move on with my lunch for today. First thing for my breakfast bake, so we have to roast the potatoes first, and then once those get done, you put those in the bowl and then you add the rest of it and then you bake it again. So let's get started on the potatoes first. Cutting board, big mixing bowl, big knife. We have a giant bag of yellow potatoes that I got from Costco. 10-pound bag of potatoes, and I think this thing cost $7-8. Oh crap, I forgot to start the oven. Guess that would be kind of important. So I don't ever know how many potatoes to cut up because I don't measure them until after they're cooked, and it does feel like they dry out a lot, so they're a lot lighter after they cook. And I do 4 to 5 ounces, so I found through doing this for a while that I always need to cut up more than what I expect to use, because I would do less and then it wouldn't come out right. So I'm probably gonna do, I don't know, all of these and see what that looks like. So we're getting close in the bowl. You can see that now. It's a pretty good sized bowl. I'll probably do this last one, see what it looks like from there. Okay, that's probably good. But even though it seems wasteful to get your produce at Costco and have 10 pounds of potatoes, their produce is so much better quality than what I get in a grocery store. And honestly, like a grocery store, I would have gotten maybe a 3-pound bag for $8 or $9, whereas at Costco I get more than double that for less than the cost. So I don't know, it just makes sense. So I do like to use parchment paper because, especially on meal prep day, I'm using these pans a lot for baking, because even though I have these potatoes, I still have to do sweet potatoes as well. And the parchment paper is just much easier to clean up, and then I can just reuse the pan. Also, these are the aluminum Nordic ware pans from Costco, which the nice thing about these is you take them out of the oven, and I would say within 10 minutes they have cooled down, which is great if you need to reuse them over and over. Parchment paper down. Now we need to season. Big, huge thing of paprika. We've got our onion powder, garlic powder, and then a giant thing of salt. Okay, this is not meant to be a Costco haul video, but if you can find this at Costco, I would buy this simply for the bottle. So it comes with like this little top, and it's amazing for just like drizzling over things. So honestly, I'll probably keep this bottle. I think I have one more of these, but I will keep the bottles and just like refill them for that purpose. So I can literally just drizzle like that. Put our seasoning. There's no measuring here. We just wing it. I'm also going to leave these seasonings out because I use the same seasonings for the sweet potatoes that I do for the rest of our meals. So I'm just going to wash this bowl, clean up the kitchen a little bit, get these in the oven, make my lunch. Then we're going to go have lunch while these cook. And then after these cook, we'll come back and get started on the rest of the meal prep. Getting my lunch ready. So we have this Kevin's chicken fajitas skillet meal. I am going to do that with about half a cup of this Seeds of Change Spanish style rice, another half cup. These beans are amazing. They're expensive. I hate paying like $4 for a can of beans, but oh my God, the seasoning of these is so good. And then I'm going to do about half an ounce of this Mexican blend shredded cheese and some of the sour cream. And I might do some salsa as well. I don't know how strong the seasoning or like how saucy this is going to be, so I wanted to wait and see, but I might mix some salsa with the sour cream. I also went through and put my calories for the day in my Fidia app, so I will show you all that. So right now we're at 1400 for the day with 112 grams of protein. That is from my pre-workout snack, my morning, I put it as morning snack, but that was my breakfast. That was the yogurt. So that put us pretty high. That was 60 grams of protein and 500 calories because I did do the full cup of the Greek yogurt. Normally I would do half a cup. And then we've already got our lunch in. So I would say we're sitting pretty high calorie wise for the day. I do allow myself to go a little bit high on the weekends as long as it's like clean calories. I don't really want to track on the weekends. I just want to be aware of what I'm eating, but I probably don't want to go over like 1800. So that means I have roughly 400 for the rest of the afternoon. So today for dinner, we're probably going to be looking at like tuna and an apple. The tuna will give me a lot of protein. It will be very filling, but it'll be low in fat and fairly low in calories. And if I do that with an apple, that should keep me pretty full for the rest of the night. And then that was the Fidia app, which I shared in a previous video, but I will also link that for you guys. It's my favorite as far as food tracking. Although today it was kind of frustrating me just because this Kevin's meal is a newer flavor. It's not in their database yet. And I've never had this problem before, but I went to go submit photos of it and it just kept telling me that the photos couldn't be read. I did it like 5 times. I even took the plastic wrap off the outside. Didn't work. And I've never had that problem with this app before. Also, when I went to go scan in the rice, it was saying like 42 calories per package. Let's try 470 calories per package. So they do have a way that you can report the food, and what you do is you just report it. You take a picture, like you report whether it's the bar label that's wrong, is it the nutrition facts that's wrong, or like the product information. So I took a picture of the nutrition information on the package and submitted that. So hopefully they'll get that fixed. you guys what that made. So this will be my lunch for today. This was half of the Kevin's, about a third of the rice, and then about a half a cup of the beans with a little bit of the cheese and the sour cream. And then I put the rest in here. This is going to be a little bit more, so a little bit higher in calories, but I will use this as one of my meals during the week. We're back. So I had the turban in for two and a half hours. My hair is like not dripping anymore. I just went and put some like curl cream and a moisturizer in it, and you see the curl, which, I mean, my hair is so heavy that it's like, it's wave, it's not curl, but you can see from these lighter pieces that like it could curl. I don't even know where we left off. I've been talking to you guys for the past 10-15 minutes and wasn't recording, so yeah. All right, so we got the potatoes out. I have the eggs, my chicken sausage, pepper jack cheese, my low-fat cottage cheese, egg whites, and then all the seasonings and hot sauce. These are my containers, so I'm using these stoneware containers. I have found that with the stoneware, I actually don't need to spray those with oil, and they work fine. If you're using glass, you may need to spray them. I've heard that it can get a little tricky. I've got my scale out, my measuring cup, spatula. So what we're gonna do is put the potatoes in the bowls first, so that I can get this out of the way because there's just too much going on right now. Then once that's out of the way, I mix individually, one by one, the ingredients for each bowl. So that way they're all measured out. It sounds like a lot, but at least that way it's like all measured out. Now I can get the rest of my ingredients over here and not be so crazy. Keep this kind of in the center. These guys off to the side. Grab a little mixing bowl and a fork. I make it individual for each one so that I have everything measured out exactly. Should be, so we're gonna do 1 egg with half a cup egg whites, a 1/4 cup cottage cheese, half an ounce of the cheese, and then 3 chicken links, and then whatever seasonings you want per. So I just finished filling all of these up. So here is what they look like. And now we are going to cut these up, just sprinkle them over the top, and then throw them in the oven. Always scared I'm gonna cut my finger on that last one. These are very, very filling, but I'm telling you, like, for those days when you finish your workout and you just feel like you could eat a freaking cow, these are pretty good. If you wanted to save yourself some calories, you could definitely just do like 2 of these, but just keep in mind you will lose some protein with that. You could also probably like cut these down and increase your egg whites or something, but I don't like egg whites, so I don't want any more of them than what I have to have. I just don't want like the taste of egg whites. So once they're done, I set them on these baking pans, and this is how I'll place them in the oven. So again, we're gonna do 375 and probably about, I don't know, 40 minutes, and I'll check them at 40, and then I just let them cook for like 5 to 10 increments after that. So now my breakfast is in the oven, which means it's going to be a little while before I can cook the sweet potatoes. And both Jay and myself have meals this week that need the sweet potatoes. So what I'm going to do is kind of multitask and get another one of Jay's meals out of the way while I wait on the oven. So I'm going to be cooking him this 3-pound pack of ground turkey, which I can just throw on the stove in a pan while I am also cutting up and tenderizing his chicken, which will be for his other meal. And then once that turkey has cooked down, I've got 2 bags of this broccoli and edamame, the Szechuan style. I'm also going to put 2 packs of this rice in there, a pack of shredded carrots, and then top it off with this honey sesame sauce. This is a little bit higher in calories. He can handle this because obviously he is a very large man who works out all day because he's a gym owner and a personal trainer, so his body can handle the higher calories. I personally would not be doing this for myself. I would probably be doing one of the lower calorie options that I showed you guys in the fridge earlier. The trick is these are not steam in the bag. Don't know if I can cook the meat and then add these. I probably need to cook these first and then transfer them to a dish, set them aside. Normally I just do steam in the bag broccoli and edamame, but I don't know, I thought he might like the seasoning on these. So I think we'll do that. We'll probably do these first, put them in a bowl, do the turkey, and then add everything. So chicken is now in the fridge marinating. My egg bakes have about 7 to 10 more minutes left, and turkey cooking, broccoli is done, the rice is done. So once this turkey's done, all I have to do is add the broccoli edamame, the rice, the carrots, and the sauce, and just let it all simmer. We'll check on my egg bakes soon. I just looked at them. They're looking pretty good. Okay, so now I'm gonna start preparing for the sweet potatoes next so that those can get in the oven. And my next meal that I have to prep, which will be just ground turkey and edamame. And again, pretty easy. I just put the turkey in the skillet, the edamame cooks in the microwave, combine it all, and then I'll put that with the sweet potatoes. So I need to get started on these sweet potatoes. Very similar to when we did the potatoes earlier. We're just gonna dice those up, put them in the bowl, season them, throw them in the oven. These are actually like golden sweet potatoes. I don't know that I've ever had these before. Okay, So here we go. These are huge. As you can see, I have, what is this, 5 of them? Yes. So hopefully this will be enough. I felt like it would because of how large they are. So I'm gonna wash these, get them cut up, put them in the bowl. I'm not gonna make you guys sit here and watch me cut potatoes again, but again, same seasoning that we did on our potatoes earlier. So salt, olive oil, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. Here is that big pot with everything in it. This has the rice, the carrots, the broccoli, and the ground turkey in it. So I'm about to add the sauce and let this all simmer down. First round of everything is done. Here are Jay's stir fry meals. These are just the containers. So we get like a huge pack of those at Costco. I think there's like 35 of them for maybe, I don't know, $11 or something like that. And then coming over here, these are my egg bakes that just came out of the oven. So as you can see, they do get nice and kind of crispy around the edges. They have to bake. I ended up baking these like almost an hour and a half at 375 to let them cook all the way through. But anyways, I think they turned out nice. So the other downside, because these are stoneware, they do take a little while to cool down. So right now I've got 2 of the sweet potatoes cut up, which took up most of that bowl. So these are actually a little bit larger than I thought. I may only need 2 more, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna let these sit for a little while because I will need my pans. Also, since we're doing a full day of eating, I gotta tell you guys, I'm about to have a cup of my popcorn. It's like 45 calories, but every calorie counts. So I totally bailed on you guys finishing out meal prep and what I finished up eating for the day yesterday. So Jay got back and it just got really busy trying to finish up meal prep and get everything ready for today. And because we hadn't seen each other all weekend, we just kind of wanted to spend some time together. So I put the camera away and did not finish filming. To finish out the day, I did end up eating a puff protein bar, and then for dinner we did really bad for dinner only because I was doing meal prep up until probably 9 o'clock, and then we had to go drop off his meals because we didn't have any more room in the fridge. So we got home at like 10:30 and definitely made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and an apple for dinner. So I think I finished out the day. I did hit my protein goal for the day, but I did finish out the day a little bit higher in calories. I think I am going to plan to probably try and start doing like a, not a severe cut, but maybe dropping by, oh my goodness, Maverick, trying to get work done today and he is being absolutely impossible. Why are you getting into everything? So anyways, yes, plan is to start, I don't want to call it a mini cut. I don't really know that I'm in a place where I'm ready to do something like that, but it's not going to be a severe cut. Basically just cutting by like 1 to 200. I might cut like 100 for 1 week and then 200 for like 2 or 3 weeks, and just see if we can like start to see some leaning out a little bit because I'm feeling kind of fluffy. So yes, that's how I finished my day yesterday. Can you see him back there? So he's learned how to like open and close doors and the gate, which keeps him from getting into stuff while I'm working, and he just thinks it's so fun to lock himself in or out. Yesterday for meal prep, I think you guys saw me making the marinade for Jay's chicken. That ended up a lot better than I thought. I will try to remember the recipe. It wasn't really a recipe, I was just throwing stuff together, but it ended up tasting like hibachi, but without having to use any butter, so I thought that was really nice. I just cooked those in a cast iron pan because I like to get like a crispy sear on them. And then for me, I did some ground turkey with edamame and sweet potato. That's going to be my lunch today. I didn't cook my dinner because I still have some leftover of that fajita stuff and I don't like to waste food, so I'm probably going to eat maybe half of that. I don't need the full amount that was left over. Oh, my magnet orders. Let me show you guys. So you can go on my website and buy some quote magnets that I have created, but I also have a listing that allows you to do custom quotes of whatever it is that you like. And I have found that those are starting to become a lot more popular. I've probably fulfilled 5 or 6 of those orders lately, like just in the past 2 weeks. So I had this cute one come in for like a happy 51st anniversary, and I have like different color and font options that you can pick on there. And then this one, so this is a repeat customer. She always has like the cutest little quotes, and she does her kitchen in like black and white. So she always does like black and white magnets. So anyways, I thought these were just super cute. There's another one. So anyways, these orders are done today and will be shipping out as soon as I can get to the post office. And then I do, so if you do order magnets for single magnets, like if you order 3 or 4 of the same ones, I will package them individually. But if you order like 4 or more that can fit, these fit about 4 to 6, then I put them in these cute little tins. Let's see, there you go. So, and it has like the see-through top. And then if you order more than 6 that can fit in the tin, then of course I just put them in a little bag and in a box. So anyway, I will show you guys my meal prep that I did for lunch later on. And I think we're gonna wrap up this video. Again, sorry that I bailed on you guys. It just got super busy. It is finally lunchtime. Got my sweet potato. This is about 5 ounces of sweet potato with, I think I did 4 ounces of turkey, and then about, it's a little less than half a cup of the edamame. So the steam bag has 4 half cups, and I did 5 meals, so a little bit under, probably about a third of a cup. And then I'm gonna add like the smallest little drizzle of this sriracha mayo and the Japanese barbecue sauce. That's just to give it a little bit more flavor. Again, very tiny little drizzle, so probably less than a tablespoon, just to keep it light. I am going to get to it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I know we got to go through a lot of my Sunday routine. Sundays are just crazy trying to get prepped for the week. If there's anything else in my routine that you guys want to see, comment below, let me know, and I will get that on the next video. Thanks. Bye.